pigs. No.
Captain Planet wasn't made to save the planet. It was made to destroy a billionaire's enemies, and it worked. Ted Turner lost $300 million in June 1989. Oil lobby blocked his Class A clean energy investment in solar. 2 months later, he approved Captain Planet. Fortune magazine, March 1992. Turner admitted, Captain Planet is propaganda. I spent $20 million to make this show. Call it revenge. I call it justice. Notice the villains. Hoggish Greedley, greedy pig, oil baron, loot and plunder, corporate CEO, verminous scum, chemical pollution. Real companies barely disguised. Count how many episodes oil is the villain. 17 out of 95. Episode 1, September 1990. Oil spill. Exxon Valdez happened March 1989. Episode 7, Deforestation. Chico Mendez assassinated December 1988. Every episode aired weeks after real disasters. Had you noticed villains never learn? 44 appearances of Hoggish Greedley. Zero redemption. Turner wanted corporations seen as irredeemable. October 1991. Petroleum Association sued Turner for defamation. Case dropped 1992. Turner threatened to expose real practices via discovery. They sued for truth. Dropped it when threatened with proof. Impact was real. Exxon lost $2.1 billion. DuPont. Protests in 47 cities. Monsanto, $78 million in settlements. September 1996. Final episode. Turner sold company. Show died when Turner lost power. $20 million created the show. $2.1 billion destroyed enemies. 30 million kids never knew they were soldiers.
Now, this is very interesting, and I believe they also promoted this in collaboration with the UN, UNICEF specifically. I remember in Romania, I would see the logo of UNICEF before actually watching the show. What's also fascinating is that radiation was also considered to be horrible, right? Like one of the villains was actually trying to suggest nuclear power, and the show was against that. Now, if the billionaire was actually trying to promote solar, well, all of a sudden you understand why nuclear had to be a demonic level of energy. Another thing that I know was that leftist critics were freaking out over the fact that the original vision had the villains look human, right? So you didn't have the pig-looking guy, you didn't have like the rat. You had actual human beings, but there were concerns from ethical committees saying that it would brainwash children in order to hate the parents. And leftist people were like, well, no, like this is actually the point, right? Because like they wanted people to hate capitalism. And so like they would want kids to actually be brainwashed and to legitimately hate parents that happen to be right wing. But again, like the ethic committees didn't allow for that to happen. Now, here's the interesting part. Like, I actually remembered the show growing up, and I didn't think it was that bad. But I recently picked it up again, and I saw an episode, just so you can understand just how left it is. In the episode, Wheeler and Linka, they get married. And they have a lot of kids, right? And the message is that is actually evil, right? Like, Wheeler and Linka being white people, by having a lot of kids, it's actually evil because they're consuming a lot of resources. Like they're taking it from Kwani, they're taking it from the other planeteers. And the message is that literally like white people should have less kids because they're like a plague of locusts devouring the earth. And that is like the genuine like propaganda message that's very explicit in the episode. Like you have Mati, you have Kwani, you have Guy, the minority planeteers absolutely furious and distraught at how irresponsible Wheeler and Linka is for just having like 4 children. Like that is considered to be disgusting, disturbing, destroying the planet. And the episode ends with Wheeler waking up and making the decision not to hit on Linka, like making the decision not to try and marry her. Again, like looking at it now as an adult, I realized just what they were trying to preach to children. The only difference, though, and this is actually important to mention, is that it was propaganda that was watchable. Like in Romania, at least, I don't know how it was like in the United States or in the West, but like people here like legitimately liked the show. And I think like the main reason was that the show was actually well written. Propaganda aside, compared to what else was then, you know, like Scooby-Doo, Action Man, and whatever other shows were there, these were like legitimately entertaining, right? Like it was very well drawn. Like the characters weren't ugly or anything like that. The soundtrack and the music was good. The personality of the Planeteers was actually charming. And so I'm actually glad that woke people today do not know how to make stuff like this anymore, right? I mean, look, even in this particular show, like it goes to highlight that the characters themselves like had some sex appeal in this situation, so that parents can watch as well, right? Like a kid doesn't understand what's going on, like seeing Dr. Blight shaking her ass, but the dad that watches with his kids, like he gets it, you know. And there were like stuff like that where they weren't afraid to understand that certain things sell, and it's actually important to get the parents on board as well so that they can watch with their kids, you know. Hopefully like leftist parents would explain to the kids why pollution is wrong and what and it would also like try to mix the propaganda with certain things that parents would agree with, like for instance, don't leave the lights on if you're not using the lights, don't waste water, don't litter, right? Like it actually combined the propaganda that they wanted to push with things that were common sense, and most parents would want children to learn these things, right? Like for instance, not littering. Like that's something that you do want little Billy to know. So what I'm trying to say was, like, back in the day, they actually had talented people making propaganda. They genuinely knew how to make something that is entertaining and at the same time package the political message. And Captain Planet was like extremely obvious that it was propaganda. Like it was extremely obvious that it was pushing for a message. But unlike like modern shows, you know, like unlike things today where it's just the political message, like they were at least trying to cloak it in wholesome adventures that the Planeteers were going after, like giving the Planeteers the superpowers and their little flying gadget. Made kids like wanting to be a Planeteer, right? Like everything was beautiful, everything was wholesome, right? Like the Planeteers, they look good, they're not fat, they're not sick, they're not diseased, they're someone that you would want to go adventure with, they're someone that you would want to be, you know, you want to have the ring. Gaia, like she looks beautiful, like she does. They don't do this culture of ugliness, of trying to crack down on beauty standards. They embrace them. So yes, it was a very popular show when I grew up. It actually caused a lot of problems because like kids would go to their parents and they would say, it's like, turn off the light, like stop wasting the water. But I genuinely like didn't know it was the project of a billionaire. So now it's very interesting to see that the more things change, the more they stay the same. Oh, and by the way, like not all episodes were bad. Like I remember they had an episode against drugs. Like that one was actually interesting. And also, you kind of realize that Wheeler was kind of like the butt end of jokes. Like the American, right? Like all the other Planeteers were respectable. But for some reason, like Wheeler was always the one that required education. Like he was the one that would usually get humbled at the end of the episodes. Like he was the one that would learn a lot. Let me know what you guys think though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.